What we'll do is, on the right hand side, what we discussed briefly is the work request. So the work request can come into the system in one of three ways. One is either via manual entering, so it's manually inputted into the system. The second option is via what we call a report and repair form. This is an iframe functionality. Normally sits inside a website, or we can host it as well. Normally members of the public can visit this link and fill in the details. The other option for this is via the app. So what the users can do is directly from the app is they can go in and their staff can actually report these themselves. Talking through the tendering process, on the right hand side you've got the admin section of the system. Within here, any work request that comes in would fall into the system like here. And from an admin's point of view, you would select, for example, let's say walls and ceilings and floors. If there are any images attached to that, you'll see that that image would appear for the contractor, along with any details, for example, the area of maintenance, issues, if you have a required completion date against that. So if it's a gas, it might be more of an urgent issue. And then going along, you've got the option here for tenders, or you can also convert it directly from here. So what I'm going to do is convert in tender, apologies. I would then select the contractors or businesses that I can assign it to. So at the moment, you can assign it to multiple businesses or contractors. So I'll do that now. So let's say 1, 2, and 3. And obviously you can see the information, for example, any additional notes when the repair request has come in, if that's actually been mentioned. What you would then do is you'd click the option to post this tender. That tender would then be posted to the selected contractors. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to the app here on the left hand side now. Now you'll see on the left hand side you have what we call the MaintainPad, or the contractors app. So MaintainPad works in one of two ways. It can be used for an internal use from your staff's point of view, and it can also be used from the contractor's point of view as well. The tiles and stuff that you see will also be restricted based on the permissions that you give to the contractor. But at the moment, you can see the contractor's actually got 3 tenders available to them at the moment. If you click into that tender, so the one that we've actually just changed before, you'll see that appears here at the top. If I select into that tender again, when we're in the tender, once we're in the tender, the contractor can then see the information around that, such as the property it's located at, title, area of maintenance, the postcode for that, and you can also see that they can see the additional notes. As they scroll down in the app, you'll see there's an option here to add parts or to add services. So what a contractor would do is, based on the information they've got, they can click in and they can select the option to add a part. What that'll do is that'll display a pop-up box like you're seeing here on the left hand side. In here they'll put the option to enter the part name, such as water pump, it could be a fuel line, it could be anything, and the contractor can basically then fill those details in. Enter the quantity that they're buying, and then the part price, that could be 200. Click on save part. What that will do is that will add the part into the table above, like so. If they want to go and contractor wants to go and edit that, they can do. If they want to delete that, they can delete that as well. The same logic applies as well on the servicing. So if they want to fill in service charges, they can do. So that could be groundwork. That could be say 2,000. And again, same sort of idea. That will then appear in the table like below. It will then give a breakdown for the contractor at the bottom, with the subtotal, the GST/VAT. So in the system management, there is an option, and when you set up the contractor, what rate they charge you your VAT. If there is a bit of a difference in there, you can manually override that if you want to. They can put in their earliest availability, such as for example, the Monday the 25th, along with the time. Once the contractors put that information in, they can also put some comments in along the bottom if they wish. They're done, they would click the option to submit this. That tender would be submitted successfully. And what will happen from the system's point of view is, in the repairs, you'll have a tenders list. So if I leave here, the tenders would basically appear here in the list. So this was the tender that we've just submitted. You can currently see that it's actually active at the moment. I'll acknowledge that a little bit now. We don't need the app. That would then appear like so. They can view the tender log, so you can view the parts and stuff that the contractor is charging you for. And there's then an option, if you're happy with that, you can click the tick option, and that will accept the tender. On accepting the tender, what that will do is it will accept the tender from the contractor's point of view, and it will also convert the current tender, or the current work request, into a work order and assign it to that contractor. So if I click on convert, that will convert into a work order. It will also see that the tender has been marked as complete or ended. And in the work orders section of the system, you'll see there's an option for bills and invoices. And what the system will do is the system will generate a bill for that contractor based on this date related to a work order. You can call it a bill, you can call it a pro forma invoice. You can download that. If you want to edit that bill, you can do so, or if you want to convert that into an invoice. If you also want to delete that, that is also an option. And that's it. Then what happens from the system's point of view, that the system converts into a work order. It then passes it on to the back to the contractor to carry out and then complete that job. And that's when it would come back onto the app side. If you have any questions on this, let us know. Thanks.